NewsX has exclusively accessed the first information report filed in the murder of Radhika Yadav. Let us examine the details, beginning with the statement of the accused as given to the police at the site of the crime. He said, and I'm quoting here, "My daughter Radhika was a tennis player and has played at national level. She has won several trophies. She sustained an injury to her shoulder and was not playing currently. She took to teaching children tennis after the injury. When I would go to Wazirabad to buy milk, people would mock me. People would say that I am living off my daughter's money. I was very troubled by this. People would also question Radhika's character. I told her to stop going to the academy where she was coaching. Radhika refused to stop coaching, which hurt my ego. I took my licensed revolver and shot Radhika when she was cooking. I shot her 3 times in her waist. I murdered my daughter. At the time of the incident, only me, my wife Manju and my daughter were home. My son Dheeraj had gone to a property dealer's office. We, meanwhile, also have the police's account of the scene of the crime and what they saw when they entered the house in Gurgaon. The cops have written in their report that accused Deepak Yadav was still present at the site of the crime when police arrived. There was a pool of blood at the site of the crime. Cotton swabs were used to take samples of the blood. The accused Deepak Yadav presented the revolver to the police in a food wrapping paper. Fingerprint data was collected from the accused and the revolver. 5 empty bullet shells and 1 live round were also recovered. Let me bring back Mr. Gaurav Seth into the conversation. Mr. Seth, in your assessment, could Deepak Yadav being taunted by people back in his village have been a reason enough for him to take matters in his own hands in such a dramatic and dastardly fashion?
Yes, I think what is puzzling is the fact that the father was encouraging Radhika to play tennis. We all know that champions across all sports become champions with the big role that the parents play. And in Radhika's case, her father was always encouraging her to take on top coaching, to become a competitive and a top tennis player right from the age of 6. And even when she stopped playing due to her shoulder injury about a year back, it was the father who sponsored and paid for her academy. So he was all in favor of tennis, of her pursuing tennis, of her pursuing coaching. So obviously it is something else that has triggered this dastardly act. I'm positive that it has nothing to do with tennis or the tennis academy per se, but it is some other thing that is triggered in the father's mind that has caused him to do this inhuman act.
Absolutely. Let me also, on that perspective, bring back Ms. Renu Bhatia. Ms. Bhatia, you know, like I said, how does one even explain the fact that the father, he not only shot his daughter, but then was just sitting there? So it seems as though no attempt was made by the father to save Radhika.
See, Devika, what I learned from Gaurav Seth's words also, that he had put all his efforts since the age of 8 when Radhika was playing, and after her shoulder injury, he had put money for her academy. So this doesn't make any sense that he didn't want her to run the academy, or what people will say that he's living on his daughters. Because if he has spent on the academy, so why will he rely on her earning? So doesn't make any sense. I mean, controversy in both the words. So I think something has to come out. Maybe sometimes it happens that you get depressed, or you are, in a different state of mind, and you take an action like he murdered his daughter or shot his daughter with 3 different shots, and then he was sitting there till the cops came. That means he was blank. We cannot say exactly that he was not feeling bad at what I did. He was like cool or blank with his words ki maine kya kiya. I don't think so this will come out. What I, as commission and seeing other cases, what I make my mind into this incident is the reels what she was making, and one reel which has been shown since morning on channels, that she was on bike with somebody and this way she was making reels. That may be the reason that he was saying log kya kahenge, rishtedar kya kahenge, or whatever he gave bayan to the police. Now it has to be found who that boy was, what was the relation, how long he's been connected to Radhika, what kind of connections or talks or relationship was with the family, Radhika's family or Radhika. Was that the reason? This has to be still made clear by the police, the way they are asking a father. And this story doesn't make sense. It's like a tales कि लोग कहेंगे अपनी बेटी के दम पे खाता है, because he was the one who spent for his daughter's institute. So it doesn't make sense.